It's July 2013, and it was recently announced that the same producers from the first film are producing what's described as a reboot of The Butterfly Effect. It's about to hit its 10-year anniversary this winter 2014. And if you can remember, it was huge back then. They only made it for $13 million, but it made $96 million. And I remember seeing it like 5 or 6 times, like back in 04, 05, because it came out early in the year. Then by the summertime, it was out on DVD, and pretty much everyone, whoever's house you would go to, it would always be on their TV. Because, let's face it, Ashton Kutcher was huge back then, and it was his first dramatic leading role. He was basically known more for Punk'd, the comedy TV show, the prank TV show, and that 70s show playing Kelso, which is a goofball character. And what else? Jesse, Chester's friend from Dude, Where's My Car in 2000. By the way, they were going to do a sequel to that, but they didn't like the script back in 04. And then that'd be awesome to get another one of those. But back to this film. It's supposed to be a reboot, so it doesn't... Let's just talk about the... So it's unclear if Ashton Kutcher is going to be in it, because it's not going to be a sequel. If you can remember, there was 2 direct-to-DVD sequels, like in 06 and 09. Anyway... The same writer from the first one is coming back, Eric Bress. He also went on to write Final Destination 2, or he wrote Final Destination 2 before he wrote The Butterfly Effect. But then he went on to write The Final Destination, one of the most hated films in that franchise, the 09 film. Other than that, he's obviously got some talent though, because Final Destination 2 was pretty good. And, I've been so thinking about The Butterfly Effect this whole year because I finally watched it again for the first time because I saw it so many times, like I was saying back then, that I needed like an 8-year break from it. And it's awesome every time you see it. I mean, it got a lot of people talking. It's a mind bender. If you haven't seen it, you gotta go out of your way and check out The Butterfly Effect. It involves... Well, the main theory, the main chaos theory of the butterfly effect is a subtle change or occurrence might have drastic different outcomes depending on, say if I dropped a ball from one side of the hill and it fell down and it did nothing, or the wind blew the ball on the other side of the hill and caused a car accident and caused people to die. Or the main one is what they say the original history of the butterfly effect is whether a butterfly could flap his wings in Brazil and cause a tornado in Texas. So, but this one involves more like the main character, Ashton Kutcher, takes action, and it's unclear if he does his time traveling through reading his journals, and his dad was crazy or had the same time traveling capabilities where they enter different dimensions by like whether it's different parts of their brain where they could live out full lives or whatnot. And then he had the blackouts as a kid. But at the end of the movie, they kind of spoil it. I'm pretty sure everyone that's watching this has seen the movie now. What I'm going to say now is he kind of ends up in the asylum towards the end of the movie because his mom always knew he was crazy, and so did his doctor. And he ends up reading his journal where he just ends up not meeting the characters at all. So then he ends up normal or something. It's unclear if they're going to build on that concept or just basically going to do the whole thing over in theatrical release. I'm sure he has different theories or ideas of, because there's so many things that you could do with the butterfly effect theory. Like Frequency is another good movie from 2000 with Dennis Quaid, where it's like a transistor radio and like the Northern Lights is able to, where this guy's able to communicate with his father 30 years in the past. and prevent his death. That's an awesome movie from Sci-Fi film 2000, big budget film. Also Back to the Future, Hot Tub Time Machine, that type of thing. So anyway, so this is just announced as being developed, so I'm sure they're working on the script, and it'll be a while until we get an update on it. So stay tuned to the channel. This was JBM from VillainNews. I'm out. Take it easy.